sorry if the sound is not so crisp today. My usual stream setup is all stuck at Alex's place, so I don't have my over-table camera set up, I don't have the microphone, but I still thought we should get a little stream out so I can talk a bit about what went down in Paris. Didn't go excellently, but we've had a load of time to think about how the deck is built, what needs to be changed, and now I'm going to do a little rebuild now before we get into the start of the locals. I've got some new ideas to try out, new cards to put in, things that I haven't played for a while. Just want to mix it up a little bit, try out some new stuff. It's going to be more cards in deck than usual, so I'm going with this fat deck box that I won in one of the advanced trials at CMS Paris. So like the main event didn't go so well for me, but I did manage to go 4-0 in one of the advanced trials on the Saturday. So I got some nice goodies from that. I got a card market playmat and a giant deck box, which I'm hoping will be plenty big enough to fit in my silly deck builds for when I'm playing far too many cards, which I do more often than I should. But yeah, that's a pretty neat one. I will try and get the camera so we can have a little bit of what's on the table as well. So Super Poly wasn't that great for me. I'm now going to go for a build where I choose first, so I'm not going to be on Dark Ruler no more at the moment. Probably no main deck Mind Control. Just really mixing it up a lot. I've had a lot of fun playing going second, but I've got a regional coming up this weekend, so I want to try out something a bit different. So it's going to be putting some things, probably keeping those in the side deck. Not sure if Mind Control is going to stay in the list at all, but we want to try something that aims to set up the Winder combo that I've been doing when I get forced to play first, but actually choosing first and doing that more often, more frequently. So I'm going to be putting in additional ways to get me there. I've got some Lone Fire Blossoms going into the main deck to get me more reliable access to the Predaplant stuff. I want to try out Malicious because I think that Malicious Lone Fire, I think I worked out a combo that ends with Appaloosa Winder, which I think might be quite nice. And still leaves one Mali live in deck, so maybe that could be something cool. I was going to put in a Succession just to have more monster reborn effects, because if you can use your Winder as a link material and then just get it back with Succession, you don't have to worry about keeping the Cherubini around, just frees up your options a lot more. There's going to be a little bit of change in the extra deck because I want to try and fit in Beatrice. I haven't played in a long time. I think if I'm choosing first, Beatrice becomes much more of a sensible pick. So try and make space for that, and likely the Scum as well. More BA cards, always more fun. But yeah, we need to work out what's going in, what's coming out, how we're going to rearrange it so that everything actually fits. I had a couple of other cards I was looking at as well. Obviously, if I'm putting in the Mallies, these are a temptation, though I think it might not actually be wise for how I'm building the deck. So these aren't going to go in right away, but I'm keeping them around in case I change my mind on that. I also found that I liked playing with more than 40 cards. My eventual list that I played for CMS went up to 45. And I wouldn't be mad if I went even higher than that. Like, reducing the hands that you open with Mare or Darlingtonia Cobra was so nice. So if I can put in the Lone Fires to bolster the number of starters that I'm playing and keep having that same consistency of having an opening play without having to see the garnets so much, I think that should just boost how effective the deck is overall. Though I am now in a position where I want to try and fit in Called by the Grave, and at that point the deck starts really sort of bulging in size, So I don't know how far I'm going to take it on that road. But yeah, we're gonna try out some new things. I also dug out some super rare instant fusions because I've been playing commons for a while and I'm not about that life. I don't have any of the ultis for it, unfortunately. But at least I can swap out my commons. So even in Paris, I went from 2 instant fusions up to 3 in the main deck, and I thought that worked really well. So I was going to just try seeing what happens if I actually choose first, rather than just playing around when I get told to play first. Kenshin asks, how do you make Appaloosa Winder without something like Cherubini to protect her? I'll go through that in just a moment. It's not a revived Winder for that combo, actually. It's just regular instant fusion Winder, but you do some sneaky stuff along the way. So what was I saying you have to start with? I'll just sleeve up a couple more cards and then we'll get into that combo. Yeah, that should be enough to show off what the combo is. So the start is Lone Fire or a Platter Plant and your Mali. So you summon your Lone Fire, tribute that off for Scorpio. Scorpio sends Mali. Get Darling Tonia Cobra, which you shouldn't draw because you're playing loads and loads of cards in your main deck. Add instant fusion. These two go into Cherubini, same as normal. Should be in here somewhere. There it is. And then you activate your Cherubini effect, send Graph, effect, summons Farfa, activate instant fusion, summon out Winder, and then link those 3 together for an Appaloosa. Oh no, sorry, my bad. You don't link those 3. You need to have this there, and use the Malicious Engrave, which, yeah, has to be before you summon the Winder, otherwise you can't summon again. So keep that. You get to this board, activate instant, summon Winder, link these 3 for Appaloosa, and then Farfa banishes the Winder, so you get it back, and it doesn't try and kill itself. So you can get to, from these 2 cards, you get to this as your end board, which I think is quite nice. I'm a much bigger fan of playing combos that need a very small number of cards to start with. So the more like 1 to 2 card combos that I can play, the happier I am with how the deck is built, which makes me, it leaves me pretty happy about that one. So, and if I don't play the super polys, I have a lot of space in my extra deck to fit in other things like Beatrice, which I've wanted to play for a while and it just hasn't really worked out. So Mud Dragon, Starving Venom are on the chopping block for this one. Beatrice comes in, and also in the side deck. I'm currently side decking a load of extra deck cards because there's more that I wanted to be playing but I didn't have space for. So I will main deck one of either Dawn Dragster or Trisbaena. Drop a comment, tell me which one I should actually be playing, and I think that the Almaduke's just getting cut altogether at this point. I could do Zeroboros Gizmek combo. Yeah, I could play Zeroboros. At the moment, I don't think I have it with me, so I'm probably not going to play that today. But it's a card that I've looked at and thought, that would be pretty neat if I could fit it in, but it's not going to be in my list for tonight, but it's definitely on my radar for things to consider going forward. So Dark Ruler No More wants to come into the side, if I'm not meaning it. At the moment, I'm just going to be going down to Phantasmate, Ash, and Droll as my hand traps in the main deck. Maybe I'd like to play some more, but I think the other card that I would consider putting into the main at the moment is Called by the Grave. So obviously this build that I'm moving to is much more reliant on resolving that Predaplant combo. And if people are going to be like potentially ashing me, that leaves me in such a bad way. Like I know that ash isn't the most common hand trap at the moment, but that doesn't mean that I can just ignore it entirely. So having something like Called By means that I can be a little braver playing into that sort of thing. And it also means that I'm in a position where I can have Called By as an extra piece of interaction to set if I go first and I don't need to use it to protect my own combo. So I think I've got, yeah, I've got Called Bys with me. They can go into the main deck, and I think that puts me at like far too many cards in deck. Still sub 50, but a lot. More than you'd want to be playing. But we'll try this for today, and we'll see what works. So let's count the main deck. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 48 cards. 48's fine. We've won a YCS with 48 cards before, so it can't be too bad. One of these two is going in my extra deck. Do we have any comments? Trisbaena seems to be the popular choice. Instant Fusion checks every end phase, but if you Farfa your Winder, then it never checks. Okay, yeah, Trisbaena seems to be the popular one, so given that I am heavily neglecting my matchup against all things back row related, I don't think that's the right sleeve, we'll try this one. I think it makes sense to at least have some kind of consideration for it. So now I'm going to be on an extra deck that looks a bit... Oh, Security Dragon also wasn't like the biggest for me recently, but we'll keep him in for a moment because I haven't played with him enough to know that I want to cut him. So at Link 4s, I'm playing Boral Sword, Appaloosa, Link 3s, Unicorn, and now Trisbaena. Link 2s, we've got Phoenix, Security Dragon, Masquerena, Cherubini, and then the Linkuriboh for your Meh plays. On Xyz, I'm now playing Beatrice and Dante. Welcome back, boys. Yazzie and Cyburst Quantum, and then Winder 1000 Eyes for my instant fusions. I have no idea how this is going to work out. I haven't played anything trying to go first in a long time, so it's going to be different for sure. Let's see, how many cards am I on the side? Dark Rulers, Gamecials, Anti-Spells, 1 Reboot, 1 Barbar. That leaves me with 4 spaces. Mind Control is something to consider. I think I want something higher impact though, so I might side the Nibiru's. Nibiru was a card that I ended up cutting after Saturday in Paris. It seemed really unimpactful, and I actually regretted taking it out because I was playing against loads of stuff that was like slightly non-standard. Like I thought the meta was loads and loads of Spiral, but that just wasn't the case. So all of the like Salamangre, Orcust stuff, I would have loved having Nibiru as an option against those decks. The other option that I might try if I have the stuff for it with me is Shadow Fusion. So obviously I'm already playing the Winder. I have a load of neat darks to get value off sending to the grave, and I can play a Shadow Dragon as well. That's definitely the more fun choice. So I'm going to sleeve up these guys and work out where I'm going from there. One dragon and 3 Shadow Fusion. So I've always been a fan of siding Shadow Fusion in anything where you're main decking instant fusion for Winder anyway. They're just like some of my favorite cards. I'm not sure how well they actually work in this deck, but I kind of don't care because I like them. These are great. And then it's just sort of like Kaiju versus Nibiru for the last slots in my side deck at this point. So again, if you guys want to let me know which you think I should be playing as the last spot, we've either got 3 Gameciels or 3 Nibirus, and the other 3 get cut because I don't have space to play both. And then finally, I just need to decide whether or not I want to play these and go up to 50. I'm not sure how relevant being able to like hard summon a Beatrice is. It's kind of nice, but it's not super important, I guess. Twin Twisters? Yeah, I probably should play Twin. Twin is like the safe choice, but at the same time, Twin isn't the fun choice. The reason why there's no back row removal in my side deck at the moment is because I was borrowing Lightning Storms in Paris. I don't own any myself. I kind of missed the boat when they were slightly more affordable. I don't want to pay that much to get them. So yeah, there is definitely a lack of back row removal in my side deck at the moment. So yeah, Killer Bee pointing out the Twin Twisters might actually beat both of these suggestions. And then obviously with the Shadow Dragon in my side deck as well, it can go in with the Shadow Fusions for going second, but it can also go in against back row decks if I'm playing Beatrice. Let's have a quick think about main deck options. Don't like Psychic Tracker. I'd rather play Succession. I like extenders that do big things, not extenders that do little things. And I'm going to try these because I don't learn about cards unless I try them. I think nobody's voting for Gameciel, so he is not going to be the last card in my side deck. It's either going to be the Nibirus or the Twin Twisters. Thank you for all of your help, like putting together the last few bits of this deck list. I'm arriving pretty late for locals. I think we're actually a few minutes overdue on starting. So I'm low on time here. But I'm gonna go, I'm gonna play it safe. I'll put in the Twins.
Tom?
Hello.
Ready?
Oh, yeah.
I got 6.
Nice. Can I send you with some money to pay for my entry?
Yeah.
Because I'm just doing a little stream, finishing building my deck. But yeah, I'll be down in a moment. Yeah, so we've gone up to 50 in the main. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but we'll see how it goes. And everything, I'm hoping, should fit in this massive, massive deck box. And a little field center. Nice, loads of space. Let's just chuck all of this stuff away quickly. For playing out the actual rounds today, as I mentioned earlier, I don't have my usual camera setup. it's stuck at Alex's place and he isn't out for locals today, unfortunately. I could still give you this kind of view down onto the table, maybe like over my shoulder at what's going on, but it won't be the normal setup. Do you guys still want to see videos like that, or is it not worth putting on a stream if I can't put it on properly? If you just let me know quickly, I'm going to go and find out the pairings downstairs, and I will come back here in a moment. So I'm very sorry, it's going to be a rough little travel around. So we're going to go through the passageways of locals. It's a pretty fancy place here, I love it. Okay, so just heading down. Steady camera. I'm still getting used to my new camera setup. Okay, are we all good? Am I registered? Okay.
So this is how you take.
It's quite loud down here and I don't have my microphone, so I'm going to run the stream upstairs. If anyone that's playing against me is happy to come up and grab a table up there.
That's fine.
Okay.
So in your turn, you either pass,
yeah, we can all go up.
Yeah, I think we're moving the whole tournament upstairs due to my lack of microphone, so I'm sorry to all of the other players here. But it does mean that we can keep the stream running and you will get your awkward angle gameplay videos. I just need to work out how to set up a table. I think if I play on this table here, I can probably set up a camera on a shelf maybe? I need something nice and high angle so that you guys can see down onto what's going on. Ooh, this could work. I'm trying to set up a camera so that it can see my hand while I'm playing some games.
probably do need to move the table around a bit.
Get Seb to hold it for the whole event. That is a great idea. Seb, you've just been volunteered by the stream to hold the camera for the whole event.
Ah, that sounds so much fun. That will make it very difficult for me to play my rounds, so I think I'm actually fine.
Dan will probably kick you off the team if you don't know.
Who's Dan?
The guy commenting on the stream.
Yeah, well, done.
Okay, so I'm just moving around tables to try and get you guys.
Echo.
So Tom realises he's not just had the stream on.
Nah. There are people responding to my ramblings on stream, so someone's getting through. Okay. So if I put that there, we have a table here. Let's try and bring this in as close as possible so that I can get the best angle onto the table. Okay. So we're going to work with this. We'll put a little field center in here, and I will try and get it so that you guys can see my hand if possible. Because that way, instead of having like an overhead camera view that we normally do, you can have like a point of view camera for how I'm playing it out. So yeah, you should be able to see a little bit of what's going on at least. Seb, stream says that you lose jacket privileges for those comments.
Don't worry. It's just opponents. I hate not the point. Every round. You win out. It's comfy. It's comfy. Everyone see that? Oh, I have that. Really? You do?
Not anymore, you know.
See this one?
You did like your thing.
I do.
So it's
Yeah.
Is that Tom Smith?
Thomas Rose.
Yes, I could.
Yeah, it's Tom Rose. Alright.
Yeah, Dan, you're not the first one to point that out. My little effort coordination here. We've got the beautiful color tie-in.
What else do you do?
We have a stream. We have like an official.
Current streaming.
Yeah, we are currently live.
Okay.
So I turned the camera on the stream, one, so it doesn't use so much data, and two, so that when we're in the overhead view, I don't get a glimpse of my opponent's hand. So I just have this as screen chat, so I can hear what's going on there.
I mean, it's going to be annoying.
So your opponent can see that.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. It's okay. It's okay. They won't beat me even if they can see my hand.
So first round is John versus Mitchell. I'm playing Matthew and Tom I'm just going to grab some water and then I'll like it.
Hi, stream.
Seb, who has lost jacket privileges, is my opponent for this round.
But I'm still wearing the jacket.
Yeah, we've moved upstairs today, so there won't be any of the usual background sounds. I've just realised that I'm main decking this, which could be a really bad choice, but it's too late. We're going to go with it now and see how it works. I think that probably should have come out in the whole rebuild that we just went through, but it's okay. We'll stick with it for now. Yeah.
Thomas Rose special. How many cards?
50.
Okay, that's like an even number. That's like
That is in fact an even number.
yeah, but like even on a 10 as well, not just like it's not an
Grab some bits out of my bag. I didn't pull out all of my equipment, dice
yes.
and pens and everything.
I mean, I have dice. And pen. The dice were reasonable last week. Found my bat. I'm an idiot. Mitch. Mitch. Oh my map. Oh my map. Do you want your map back? I'm gonna play on this map now for the rest of the tournament just to make it fun, but
Pull out some dice.
yep. Dice.
My dice, as it turns out, are still in my pack travel bag.
That's acceptable. And we poker.
So yeah, for anyone that was watching along for the TKB live stream, Terrified. I wasn't about on Monday because I was still in Paris. I spent Thursday to Tuesday out there.
Let's go.
Careful, so you choose.
I will go first.
Okay.
have a play. Not, it's a play that I like to make, but it's a play. Normal summon a Droll and Locker.
No response.
Where are you now?
Yeah.
Souls.
Yep.
Sending monster. And then foolish goods for this.
What's not to like about this play?
Because normal summoning Droll and activating where after that doesn't feel good. Because if it
Okay,
gets
but-
if it's really interruptible. Master plan.
Yeah.
For barricade board, chainlink 1 monster plan, chainlink 2 barricade board.
Yep.
This and this. We may as well activate. We'll go ahead and search with it now. Because sleep are going to be the one we're searching regardless. So assault and then quick fix.
Yep.
Adding whatever it is. Big red. There we go. Big red. Master plan.
Yep.
And we're gonna go ahead and activate Soul, sending 2 to draw 2. Use this to find Super Agent, and then we'll declare Super Agent for Monster. Is a monster. That's a good start. Monster. Okay. Effects. For this. And then these two for Appaloosa. Quick fix effect. Special summon it back. Use the effect. And a last result. Then we will overlay for, because Appaloosa has 2 currently, for Starling. Starling effect to boost this by 600, not quite the 800 we might want, but 600 is better than nothing, permanent. 300 per material. My cards weren't German, so they weren't in German, so I might be able to read them. Then we will go ahead and discard a second Super Agent. Add back Quick Fix, or special summon Quick Fix again, and add drones. And we will start making we want to special summon this, make Trigate here. Make summon that there. So if we think Tom found his lightning storms in Paris, which I don't actually know, Cerberus is definitely the better play here. So to insulate slightly, I'm gonna go ahead and make the Cerberus. And then we banish lots of stuff to summon our sleeper. Equip this, and during the end phase, we'll let this die and add it back to hand with barricade.
Yeah, cool game too.
Yep. Yay. Maybe Tom's pop-up strategy wasn't going to work with the Sleeper getting rid of, or letting this resort die. We talked about that card on stream. But yeah, unfortunately Spiral has a pretty easy way to play around it. Things a little bit at least.
It's okay. We'll reverse sweep. It's fine. We've still got 2 more games.
Yeah. And, I don't know how this is going to go, because I don't really know what Tom has added to this deck to make it.
I'll start. Good luck.
Okay.
We're starting here.
Okay. Come on, lucky die.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2. That's not a jackalope. There, going first. Oh boy. To be fair, when I was playing the Luna deck, hard choosing second, I'd often keep the Mare in going when I was siding, even when I was choosing first. And the time I summoned it, because Yazzie to Nibiru was far too many. Was good. Was good.
So I'm not sure that this hand has a play. Yeah, one of those.
I see. My hand has some number of plays.
We'll set one past time.
Roll for turn. I'll start with souls. Feels like a good place to start. And I will wear off. Probably for quick fix, which I will normal search. I'm gonna straight up search this. Because we're really good at the game and we already have big red. Effect of Monster Planet to search. Searching. This. And yeah, that's fine. Double Helix Master Plan. So add our resort and our sleeper. Activate resort. Go ahead and grab the agent. Yeah. Right about now, I'm gonna go ahead and activate Soul's Effect. Discarding 2 to draw 2.
Sending to grave.
Sending to grave.
Souls
Yes.
does not discard.
He doesn't. No, he does not actually discard. He just sends to grave. And then we'll activate our assault from the graveyard to special summon our drones, which I will then use to stack the top of Tom's deck if he's gonna allow that. Okay, well, one of these cards is.
The deck definitely does have OTK potential without Mare, but it's still the best option for that.
Yeah. So, well, Helix call spell. Called by the grave. those. And we will go ahead and make our Appaloosa here. Appaloosa is pretty important when it comes to playing through things. Super Agent will spell, and then we'll quick fix. And quick fix will add Last Resort to hand. We can then overlay to make our Lureless, which boosts our Appaloosa. Attach. Add Crow. Then rescue, send back plan, effective plan, and rescue. Discard the quick fix. Summon this. We're out of things to search for it, so we're just going to leave it then. We're going to go ahead and summon our Trigate. Summon double helix with thing and activate Trigate effect to banish that.
That's enough.
Yeah. Yeah. And unfortunately, that was a hard brick.
We haven't even ordered the burgers yet.
No, we have not even ordered the burgers yet. Yeah. Spiral does that too. Is what I found. So today was not the day. Alright, well I guess we have time to respond to some questions from chat.
I've already had time to respond to the questions from chat.
Okay. Sorry guys.
I didn't play a lot of cards.
No, not many cards were played. Ah, cool, squirrel. I like me some
Activated
squirrel.
all of one card that match.
Yes. Yes, this is true. Right. Haven't played squirrel in a while, so let's see how this is.
Cool. I'll batter him now.
Yeah, you will.
Pass sixes. Trips.
Trip. So you can go first. Good luck.
Sam wants to set you back her plus.
Good. Full turn. Stand by. Two back rows. Scary. There are no magnets. We're not going to get out of that. Go ahead.
Get rid of the back row.
Yes.
Pay 2k.
Yeah. It's all pretty fun. Yeah.
Fair attack.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, I can't beat that.
You do. I take 300 control. Okay.
And pass.
Draw for turn. Stand by main phase. Normal summon fire.
Yeah, that's fine.
And a battle phase.
Mm-hmm.
Attack.
Well, that's you.
So I go down to 900 Civic Crash.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Special summon side here.
Yeah, Subdragon's fine.
Punch. That's what I was afraid it was.
So I'm at 6,000 and you're
7/7. Go ahead.
Burst Rebuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good.
So for those of you that might not have seen this before, this is a deck that I made with Alec and one of the guys who was kind of our team way back in
Barcelona.
2013-ish. No, Barcelona was the birth of Cube. This
Okay, sure.
was not at the same time. Effective to Koichi to draw.
No, it must have been 2014 because it was
Yeah.
named after Benko.
Yeah,
Sure.
2014.
Yeah, that was
And then make the Chimera attack.
yeah. I'm gonna bottomless it.
Yeah, that's fine. And I'll summon the Spirit Reaper.
Yeah.
And hit you 300.
F.
1 too close to the deck.
Atlas. And out the
Atlas is out for the
Reaper.
Reaper.
Yeah.
And then we'll set one and pass.
Whoa.
So it's built from a shell that's kind of like Goat Control, but we took out things like Pot of Greed, Graceful Charity, Delinquent Duo because they weren't very fun, and we just play cards that we like instead.
This is also a Highlander format, so there's only one of every single card in the deck. Once it's used, you know it's gone, and both of us know the deck list, so it's not like, you know, we know what can be there and what can't. I think Tom probably wins this game though.
Doomcow.
Yeah.
Like that.
A lot of cards in here that are
Plus
good
two.
old school Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
And given that the format was made in 2014, there are no cards newer than that. Simply because we haven't changed it
Yep.
since we designed it. Attack for 1,000 and
Take
pass
those.
to you.
Normal Summon Grand Mole.
Summon is fine.
Punch Sangan.
Okay.
Kept.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Draw. Summon Sangan.
Yep.
Attack
It's
directly.
gonna be a theme. Take 1,000.
Pass to you.
Cool. Okay. Normal Summon Grand Mole.
Yeah.
Set 1.
Okay.
Set 2.
Okay.
Pass 2.
Drop time. Sangan attack.
Effective Grand Mole.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sam. Stuff.
Probably not Grand Mole. But maybe it is.
Target that.
Hey. I want to indicate. So.
Change torrential.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a very
Summon breaker. back row. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
So you've got Grand Mole and one other card in hand. Yeah, I'll pass to you.
Break is 1,000.
1,000 defense.
That does not give us a better eclipse. Normal summon Grand Mole, set 1, pass. What's life currently? You're 4,000 to buy. How many seconds?
I'm at 4,000, you're at 54.
Cool.
Flip summon the breaker.
Yes.
Normal summon the Sangan.
Yeah.
Attack with the breaker.
I'm gonna use that.
And attack with the Sangan.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Puts you down to 44.
Yeah.
And pass turn.
And phase rebirth. On this.
Yeah, that's fine.
My turn.
Yeah, get rid of that.
Effect. Add back. Rebirth.
Yep,
Tribute for heart.
that's fine.
Battle phase. Attempt to test enemies. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm gonna hope you just forgot I had the breaker. Pop your back right.
Think of what we're targeting here.
Like this. Sangam wasn't summoned this turn, was it? Just the breaker. He hasn't attacked, so we'll just change your defense. And set 1 plus.
Cool. We'll flip summon Cyber Dragon.
Summon's fine.
And so I know he's Lance because he added it back with Faith and hasn't used it yet, which is annoying to say the least. Try.
Tribe's fine.
So I don't actually know if I want to use the effect or if I just want to attempt to crash. Definitely. He hasn't used his Mirror Force yet, which means I'm playing right into it regardless. So I think I am just going to go end of battle phase, declare attack on Faker.
Once you try it.
I'll take this and then attack Faker.
No, you won't. You're dead.
Oh, am I dead?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, I didn't realize how that
You
feels.
burst rebirthed twice.
Sure.
After I dropped you to 44.
Sure. I wasn't paying attention. My bad. I thought I had more life points. Did not realize I died to that. Probably would have just activated Tri's effect if I died to that.
I think you were probably dead either way.
Probably, but I wouldn't have died there if I'd been paying attention.
But yeah, no, you got dropped to 44 off the back
Yeah,
of the
because I forgot
Sangans.
that you hit me again with the Sangan.
I thought it was a brave add back of the burst rebirth.
Yeah.
124. So at that point you're instantly dead to a ferret.
Yeah.
And you take your Zephyros offline.
This is also true. But I felt that I was so behind that I needed any chance I could get to put more things on board.
I'm starting again?
Yeah, you're starting again. Let's see.
Set 2,
Yep.
pasta.
Draw roll. Set 1, Set 2. Pass turn. Not playing
Drop
around
turn.
lands. Good old T-set Yu-Gi-Oh!
Normal summon tribe. Declare attack. Yeah, sure. And pass to you.
Draw. Flip draw.
Yeah.
Normal summon.
It's fine. Yep.
2/4.
Yeah. Drops me at 56.
Good.
Drop.
Yep.
Cyber Dragon.
Yeah, that's fine.
Declare attack. If you negate the effect, it goes to 0.
I just think I'm just gonna put it in defense.
That's fine. Pass to you.
Draw. Stand my main. Battle. Tap.
Yeah.
Goes to 1, 2. No, 1, 2.
One of those effects is mandatory, one of them is optional.
It was mandatory like all the other monarchs. Yeah, sure, 1, 2.
Divine Runs.
Yeah, that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. Sang out resolve.
Yep.
And Reaper.
Yeah, Reap's fine.
Go ahead.
Drop turn. Doom Cow attack.
Accept. So you taking 0 damage so far? No, you
Doing
took
the
2
20,
Oh,
yep.
sure.
Pass to you.
Go ahead.
Drop turn. Summon Ferret.
Okay.
Attack with Doom Cow.
Ferret?
Like Ferret.
Yep, that's fine. 17. So taking 36.
Pass to you. Hey Marcus.
Yeah, we'll pop it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I already got battered in round 1, so I'm getting my revenge.
Yeah.
I just dropped 10.
I did
No, I just wanted to see.
I'm gonna normal summon Witch of the Black Forest.
Sure.
Attack with Fire Ferret.
I will manage it.
And then attack with Witch.
Sure, that's fine.
Down to 33.
Yep.
And pass to you.
Set 1, set 2. Go ahead.
Drop turn. Normal summon what squirrel?
Normal summon what squirrel? Sure.
Can I attack with what squirrel?
And I read. This is ancient printing, isn't it?
It is the only printing of what squirrel.
No, it doesn't have PSCT. Give me a second.
Does it not?
No, it's synchro.
Okay.
What squirrel?
It negates your card, don't worry.
Yeah, that much is the.
It doesn't activate.
That is what I am checking.
It doesn't activate.
Are you sure?
It does not activate.
Let me look at it.
So, if anyone's going to know the rulings about what squirrel, who would it be?
The internet. The internet knows all. What's the desktop site? Like,
Seb's squirming because he's trying to activate his divine wrath on my what squirrel
Yeah.
because his monster gets completely battered by it, but he can't because what squirrel doesn't activate.
Rulings. Look, this is ancient like upper deck era Yu-Gi-Oh now. Actually, this is post upper deck. The effect to negate is a trigger effect, so it does
What?
activate. Read it and weep. Told you, ancient text. When it inevitably activates. This is a bad card.
Well then, I've been thoroughly played by myself, and I'll have to call by a haunted the what squirrel
Okay, sure.
and attack.
Yeah, sure.
And attack.
Yep.
And attack with the witch.
Yep. That's unfortunate. Thought I had him there. I was like, pretty sure this activates, because this seems like a thing that would activate because
Last
of
time,
things.
I was dead certain that it didn't.
I'm gonna heavy storm.
I'll burst rebirth something.
His burst reverse 2. That's pretty good.
Probably a cyber dragon.
Sure. I will summon Doom Cow and punish your Cyber Dragon.
Yep, that's fine.
Set one back row and toss turn to you. What's life?
My 36, you're 22.
I was gonna say pretty low.
Summon Spirit Reaper.
Yes.
Attack.
Yeah. Take 800 and join the gates.
Attack with Reaper.
Reaper. I want to be able to out the Reaper.
It's a choice.
I think I'll just go with Sanyo.
Okay. Go ahead.
Adorable. So, gonna go ahead and summon Maul.
Yep.
And I will attack. I will not use Maul's effect.
Okay.
So that's just damage.
So 600 and 700.
Yeah.
13 puts me down to 15.
Set one, posture.
Drop time.
Yeah.
CPM the mob.
Triangle. Sangan effects.
Yep.
You're on how much?
15.
Concert Squirrel. Still killing you.
The only
Trooper
1500
seems-
is already banished. But yeah. Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, I want a game of Squirrel.
I was wrong about Squirrel.
Having played, by the way, in Synchro era, and having played Watts, not that you play Squirrel in Watts because it's terrible in Watts, but you know, I do remember some things about how that effects like that used to be written.
You can start.
Yeah. Nah, Alec was boring.
Nah, if Alec was here, we'd have the whole top-down camera set up, but it's
Yeah.
stuck at his.
I saw I was watching the TKV stream. For some more. Just me.
I know, I'm disappointing.
Obviously.
Go.
I'm gonna start with taking out the background. Hope it gives me a clue as to what the set is.
Open bottomless all 3 games, so start strong.
Just go Sangan, attack.
Take 800.
Okay. Past you.
Roll. So, one back row. I'm gonna bank on it not being torrential and normal some Zephyros.
Zephyros is fine. Yep.
Battle phase.
Yep.
Tap.
Yep.
And tap.
Yep. 25 down to 47.
Set 1. Go ahead. Two.
Some Doom Cow?
You too have a Doom Cow. Yeah, that's fine.
Air attack?
Yeah, that's fine.
Set 1 pass?
Normal. Normal summon trigger.
Yeah, that's fine.
Effect 1. Draw 1.
Yep.
Go ahead.
12th turn. Summon Witch.
Yeah.
Air attack.
Yep, I'll take it.
Pass to you.
Two in hand, 2 sets.
So Trooper is a hard counter to Doom Cow in this format.
Yeah. So you normal summon trooper and you activate this effect and then it still
Yeah,
just
that's
rolls. Attack.
Take 600 down to 4-1. Effect.
Yeah.
What beats a fencing fire ferret?
Ferret is a reasonable card. Yeah, so the cool thing about this format is you're really thinking about very small trades that you can be making rather than sort of big sweeping plays. Which keeps you on your toes because the smallest of small things that you're losing can really make a difference. Really, really based around a small card advantage. That's pretty good, yeah.
Okay,
I mean, I just don't want to lose cards.
I accept that.
Yeah. Sure you do.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
First rebirth, target Sangan.
Zero and how much?
21.
21.
It's time, guys.
Oh, we finished ages
You
ago.
can
That
go
was
out
the
there.
winner.
There we go,
Summon
there we go.
Sangan.
Yeah.
Breach swap.
That is very, very good. Definitely lost now. No chance of winning this.
I don't want to tribute that, so I'm going to call the Haunted my Witch and contribute that for the Mobius.
Very, very good. Yeah, the creature swap was enough. Mobius was just
We
cherry on top.
did it. So we got revenge for being completely battered in round one constructed.
The construct's not the really important one. Let's be honest.
Goats where legends are made. Well, sorry, not goats, squirrel.
Please. Goat makes no one a legend.
Okay. We're going to be having 3 rounds today, so there's 2 more to play.
2 more to play. And the next round should be starting soon because time has just been called on the event. Sort myself out.
Just try and plug in my charger so that my phone doesn't die whilst we're streaming here.
Probably for the best, yes.
We've had a couple of those before, unfortunately.
You have full battery pack.
How many of us went to see Miss Paris? It was just me for Team Kuribrohs in Paris. I went with my girlfriend and we had like a nice little holiday there. On the Saturday, I went 4-0 in one of the advanced trials. So I got some little prizes, including swanky new deck books that I'm using today. But sadly, I completely bombed in the main event on the Sunday. I finished up 4-3 and dropped. There were 300 players, so it was 9 rounds Swiss, but with already 3 losses, I wasn't going to be able to make the top cut, so I went home early after round 7 and spent the evening getting some food instead. It was still a fun event though, like I would very much consider going to another CMS event.
I was looking at going to Seville, but unfortunately it's just before I get holiday, so I can't go to Seville, which made me very upset because Seville is like my home away from home. So if you can make it, go because Seville's a lovely city. And who knows, maybe I'll figure out a way to go anyway because that's the sort of person I am. I've done a lot of late Sunday flights back.
The event was pretty busy though. For any of you that are in Europe, you'll have known that we had some really strong winds and big stormy weather coming through over that weekend. In the middle of the tournament, we actually had to change venue because the entire hall that we were in started flexing in the wind. So we had to pick up all of the tables and chairs, move it into the next hall over that was much stronger construction, and then carry on with the tournament. It was actually really impressive how quickly the tournament staff got through it all. There was only a 40-minute break between rounds, I think it was like round 4 to round 5 or round 5 to round 6. So yeah, having a break that's like smaller than you'd expect for a normal Konami event when we're having to change venue was like crazy impressive. So big shout out to the guys for getting that all through in time. I think the guys have just decided that we're going for our little dinner break now. So, let's get. Hello. So I'm gonna stop the stream here, go and order some food, and I'll be back with round 2 in just a few minutes, I guess, once we've all ordered our food. But anyway, I'll see you all shortly, and thanks for tuning in.